Well, good day, everybody. Here, Bill O'Leary, asking you the question: do you have aging parents? And as they age, as they need to be cared for, have any conflicts arisen in your family? So that's what I want to talk about here in this video: aging parents and family conflict. Again, my name is Bill O'Leary. I'm an attorney with Legacy Planning Law Group. We're in Jacksonville, Florida, focusing on estate planning, probate, and elder law. So, look, don't need to tell you that as parents age, they're going to need support. Well, where is that support going to come from? Well, a lot of times it comes from the adult children, and that can result in conflict. Well, why might it result in conflict? Well, maybe you have, one child that is doing a disproportionately greater amount of the work than the other kids. And frankly, it may bring to the surface sort of unresolved issues that you may have had with your siblings in childhood. And this can sort of cause friction in the family, and in some situations, sadly, families break apart. So I think it's important to understand the reasons for the conflict. Well, one could be resentment. What do I mean by that? So imagine the situation where, again, as I said, you have several children. One child, maybe the one that lives locally, is taking care of mom and dad, is doing most of the work. So they are sort of the sibling caregiver. Well, the other siblings, maybe they don't live in town, maybe don't fully know or appreciate how much the caregiving sibling is doing. And so may not have much sympathy for when the caregiving sibling expresses some frustration at this or that, and it can build in resentment, frankly, going both ways. And then the issue of the inheritance, okay? So you may have, again, situations, several children. The caregiving child thinks, well, my gosh, I'm doing a whole lot more for mom and dad, so I should have an unequal share, a larger share of mom and dad's estate when they pass away. And on the flip side, you might have the out-of-town children that are not doing the caregiving say, well, wait a second, sis or brother, and you're doing most of the caregiving locally, I get that, but you're probably spending more of mom and dad's money than you need to. You're spending down the inheritance, or maybe, spending some of that on yourself. So again, sort of conflict that can arise out of the expectation that kids have as to what they're going to inherit. So how do you handle those disagreements? Communication is key. Communication. Maybe hold a family meeting. Get everybody together. May not need to be mom and dad, depending on their sort of capacity, where they are in the continuum. If they do have capacity, I highly recommend mom and dad be involved. Maybe a separate family meeting with mom and dad and one without. And depending on the relationship between the kids, let's say, maybe consider a neutral third party, like a mediator or facilitator. And then when you have these conversations, just say to yourself, it's not about me. Just let go of yourself and try to detach yourself from the emotions that can get sort of wound up in this, because understand, what is the ultimate focus? Taking care of mom and dad. It's not about you. So again, aging parents and family conflict. If you'd like to know a little bit more about what sort of that looks like in the context of good planning and maybe how we could help, we'd love to talk to you. So go ahead. We invite you to take that baby step. Go ahead and schedule a free 15-minute phone call. We happen to call it our discovery call. And scheduling is easy. Just click on the link that now appears at the bottom of this video. Click on the day and time that works for you, and consider that phone appointment booked. If you've enjoyed this video, do like and share if you would, and subscribe if you haven't already to our YouTube channel, Legacy Planning Law Group. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. Bill O'Leary, make it a great day and a better world.